Good morning, everyone. This is Gayle, and welcome to Friday Frolics. It's finally Friday. This has been another long week, and the next week is going to be a really busy week. Let me address this while it's fresh in my mind, because I get to rambling sometimes, and then I forget some of the stuff that I want. I see my computer is reflecting in my glasses. I'll have to look down so it doesn't reflect. But I do have a video for you on Monday that I hope you'll enjoy. It was another fun one for me. I will probably not have a video done for the next Monday, which is Christmas Day. And it's only because this next week is going to be so busy. Now, if I have time and, the mood strikes me and I feel like I just have to play, I will do another video. But as it's looking right now, I've got the family coming to my house next weekend. It's my turn to host the Christmas Eve family gathering. So there's just a lot I need to do in order to accommodate the number of people that are coming. I've got to move my dog stuff out of here, and I don't know where that's going to go. Probably into my craft room. That's where everything seems to go. But I've got my table still set up here in front of my chair. I finished my last Richard RG Studio 360 class. I finished that yesterday, and I'll show you that in a minute. But, so I'm going to have to take my table down, and it's, if you could see underneath my table, it's like a craft room underneath my table. I've got stamps and my box that I keep all of my Christmas stuff in, my paper trimmer, things that I've already made, and, things that I made because I was going to put them in my Etsy shop, and then they just never got there. So, I've got gift card holders that they're really cute. I don't know if you can see for the glare, but they're really cute. Good size. I don't like the wimpy little gift card holders that you get in the store. So I made my own, and I'll probably use a few at Christmas time. Then I've got my Christmas cards that I made to sell that I didn't sell any. So anyway, but I've got those under here. I've got my order from Fun Stamper's Journey that hasn't been logged in my inventory program. I say program, I'm just using OneNote because it's really nice. I can put it in my computer, and then I can look it up on my phone if I don't want to go pull it up on the computer. But anyway, all this stuff needs to be put away. Even my die machine is in here, my maze. So I've got a lot ahead of me right now because my craft room is a mess because I keep dumping things in there instead of, if I was working in there, I would be putting things away because I would need to put things away so I could have my desk to work on. Well, right now my desk and my chair is full of stuff, so I need to go put all that stuff away before I can, put this stuff back in there in its place. So it's going to take some doing, and it's going to be a busy week. My daughter and I are going to have to steam clean the rugs tomorrow, the carpets, because, with animals and just living, the rugs get pretty bad. So that's all got to be done. So I've just got a busy week ahead of me. And like I said, I don't know. I may just need a break from it and I'll get a video in, but don't plan on a tutorial for Monday. I have an idea if I can figure out a way to do it, something to take its place just for that day. But we'll see how that turns out. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But speaking of the things that I have here to sell, after today, well, I'll wait till Monday in case it takes a while for you guys to see this video. But after All right, as of Monday, my Etsy shop will be closed. I did sell 2 of my necklaces. I sold my nativity necklace and a 3 Kings necklace, and thank you so much for doing that. That helped tremendously. And but a lot of my other things are still sitting there, and so I'm going to be closing my Etsy shop. My items are coming up for renewal. I got a notice this week that my items needed to be renewed, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm not putting the money into it because I'm not getting any money out of it. Plus, Etsy takes their fees out. So I try to price things so that they were attractive for people to buy, but then by the time you take the Etsy fee out of it, I'm not making any money at all. I'm really losing money, if I was selling them outright. So Monday, the Etsy shop closes. So hope if there's anything in there that you want, I do have a video that is showing all the items in my Etsy shop. The only 2 items that are no longer there are the nativity necklace, and I do have another 3 Kings necklace, so that's still there, but nativity necklace is gone. That, I think, is going to be one of my Patreon tutorials. When I first started with polymer clay, everybody said to find a niche and stick to that, and that way, people aren't going to be, you're not going to be doing the same thing other people did. And at the time, I lived in Florida, and one of the girls, I just joined a guild. It was a brand new guild, which is a pretty big guild now in Orlando. And one of the girls in the guild owned a bead shop. And she told me that beaders were coming to her looking for polymer clay beads because they didn't do polymer clay, but they loved the polymer clay beads. So she asked if I could come up with something different. Well, I'm just not very creative in that respect, but I was thinking about a Christmas gift for my sister, and she collects nativities, and I thought, well, I'll make her a nativity set, and it would have to be simple because I don't do complicated. So I found an old Donna Cato tutorial for Fimo, I believe it was, or maybe it was Sculpey, on a nativity set. So I looked at that and I thought, well, that is really cute, and I could keep it simple. So I was going to make her a nativity set, but then when I'm thinking out the process and how I was going to do it, all of a sudden it hit me, why don't you make nativity beads? So I made 9 different beads, multiples of 9 different beads. I made Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. I had the 3 wise men, and then I had a shepherd, a sheep, and an angel. And I put those, and when the girl saw the ones that I made, she immediately bought every one that I had. She bought them from me, wholesale, so she could sell them in her shop. She said she would have no problem selling them. So I thought, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll sell these nativity beads. Well, I went to a clay retreat not too long after that. A bunch of us from the Ocala and Orlando Guild get together once a year and go to a hotel in Daytona and have a beachfront craft room that we craft in. It's just really nice. And I took my beads with me, and people were looking at them, and one of the ladies came up and said, I would like to buy, excuse me, I was smart this time. I brought me a glass of water. Excuse me just a minute. She said that she would like to have one of each of my 9 beads, but she didn't have any idea how to put it together in a necklace. And would I put one together for her, and then she would buy the necklace. Well, I had never made anything like that, and I put a necklace together. I had some crystals, some crystal beads, which I still have some of. But I was asking people in the guild that made jewelry or made beads. I said, what do you sell your beads or charms for? And they said, in pricing something like a necklace, it was $10 a bead. And that would cover making the bead, and then the accessories, the crystals and bindings and things you would need to put together a necklace. So I told her, I said, well, okay. I said, I can make you one, but it would probably be $90. And she goes, fine, I'd love to have it. So I went, okay. So I put it together. Well, then I found that I wasn't selling the beads, but I was able to sell the necklaces, and that became kind of my trademark. And as far as I know, no one else is making any that are like mine. I've got one necklace that I wear every Christmas, and I do have a few beads left, but if anybody's interested in any of the beads without me putting them together in a necklace, let me know and I can send you pictures so you can see what they look like. But I was down, I sold a couple, I donated one to my Sunday school classes fundraising auction a little over a year ago. And the lady that bid and bought my nativity necklace called me and asked if I would make 2 more, that she wanted to give them as gifts, and if I could make earrings. So I went, wow. So I pulled out my beads, and I still had enough beads, to make 2 more necklaces. And I thought, now what kind of earrings? So I decided to take the angels and put them on the earrings. So I thought, okay. So the nativity beads that she bought were just the Holy Family, just Mary, Joseph, and the baby. So I thought, okay, Mary, Joseph, and the baby, and then angels above the necklace singing glory to God in the highest. So she bought two pair of earrings and 2 necklaces. No, 3 pair of earrings and 2 necklaces to give for Christmas presents last year. So I mean it's hit and miss. I started putting the 3 kings together because there are a lot of people from Spanish descent, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, whatever, that celebrate 3 Kings Day. So I thought, okay, I will make some 3 Kings necklaces, and I've sold a few of those, so those have been successful. But anyway, didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but I just wanted to tell you how special these beads are to me, because that's what really got me started in polymer clay. Before that, I was just kind of making whatever. If I went to a workshop or went to a guild meeting and somebody was making paperweights, I would make a paperweight. It was just like I couldn't find any inspiration for myself. So that was the beginning of my inspiration. And being a woman of faith, the nativity was special to me, and so it still is. But I'm thinking I may do a series. I'll either do it as a series, maybe in the summertime. Maybe that'll be my Christmas in July series. I'll show you how to make each bead, and then maybe I'll see other beads like mine out there. That would be cool. But anyway, Monday is the end of my Etsy shop. I mentioned that I finished my last RG Studio 360 class. If you don't do anything else, treat yourself to one of Richard's classes. They're not now. The one I did yesterday was a card making class. Oh, my daughter's cat wants to get up in my lap. He did do one card making class, but he did another one, and I know I've shown you these. This is some of the stuff I've pulled together that I have to put away. But we did a fall, open up there. We did a fall class, which we did this card. I love that owl. And we did this little mini book. And you just, open it up. And, it's just a little mini book that we made. And then we made this plaque, which is to hang on the wall. And that says, thanks. Was it thanks and giving? Yeah, thanks and giving. But he provided all this stuff. The only thing we had to provide was the glue. The pearls, the plaque that this is on, the twine, the clip, the little flower that's on the front here and on the front of the other things. All of these were provided. So it's not just card making, it's different paper crafts. And then the second one was, what was it called? Oh, Black and White Christmas. And we did make some cards, and I love this card with the sparkles and the poinsettias. And then we made this card. It's got some netting on it, if you want to wonder what this is sticking out, some netting. And then we made this little bag that would be perfect. It says Winter Wonderland, but it'd be perfect for a Christmas gift. Matter of fact, no, it won't fit in there, I bet. I had something I thought that would fit in, but it's not big, deep enough. And then we made this album. And the album was included in the kit. And all the decorations, the paint, the gesso, if we use that. I mean, like, everything is included. And they're very reasonable. They usually run anywhere between $45 and $55, which is nothing considering that you get all the supplies. And then he does them on Facebook, not Facebook, on YouTube. Just put this back down here. But it's on YouTube. So it's an unlisted YouTube channel. Not a channel, but the videos are unlisted, and he sends you the link. The people that have purchased them, he sends you the link. But he does free, I don't hate to keep calling them tutorials, because they're, but he does projects online on Facebook. So he also has a Facebook page, and he's always doing them there. But yesterday's it wasn't free, it was free for me. But every year Richard has a cookie exchange, and he invites 20 people to come to his house every year, and everybody brings cookies. And it started out just everybody would bring bags of cookies, because they trade them among each other. And then they started decorating them up and everything. So it's got to be a big deal now, and the presentation is just as awesome as the cookies. But at their cookie exchange party, he has a craft for everybody to do. And it might be a painting, it might be pipe cleaners. You don't know what he's ever going to come up with. But this time he did an album. And it's from Simple Stories, and it's called the Merry Berry Bundle. No, Very Merry Bundle. Yeah, Very Merry Bundle. And it's an album and pages and papers and stuff that all coordinate. And he had a drawing for 2 of them, and I won one of them. It wasn't a drawing, it was more like a contest. I'm just turning that away from the light a little bit. He asked a question, and whoever answered the question correctly first won a kit, and I was it. I won the kit. So let me just show you. I won't go through everything, but this is it's Simple Stories. It's a nice, hard album. You can put whatever you want here on the end. But it was already, the Mary and the snowflakes were already there. But that's kind of gives you an idea. This is the pages that we did. Let me see how I'm going to do this so you can see them. This is like the introductory page. And this is going to have sparkles. He gave us a bag full of sequins and things to make it like a shaker page. But I need to find a way to seal the top of this before I put my shaker things in there. And then we did all these pages. So I'm just going to, let me come back a little bit so I can see what I'm showing you. Everything is done Like I said, everything was included. The only thing we did, he asked if we wanted to spatter our paper like this, spatter it, to use our own paint or spatter this time. He didn't send paint, but he sent gesso because we were going to, no, gesso was for the other one. But there's several different, I mean, it's full of pages. Let me show you. Where's the Christmas tree? Look at the Christmas tree that we did. See the sparkles? See, all that was included. We did have to provide the glue or the glaze for the sparkle. But it's got plenty of places to put pictures or to journal. And I think I'm going to give this to my grandson and his girlfriend. They've been together like 8 years. Oh, let me show you these. These are pretty. One of the pages was just a little page of hot cocoa, but we added a little card and a printable that he sent us and some gingham ribbon to make that look cute. And we added we had rhinestones and pearls. And what is the other? Oh, the other one was the tag. One of the pages is a tag. It says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And I added a little sticker up here at the top that came with it. And then we added the white seam binding and some twine bows to make it pretty. It's just a pretty album. So I think I'm going to give this to my grandson and his girlfriend, because they will eventually get married one day when she gets out of school and he gets to where he wants to be. She's got another year of college, I believe, before I'll have to worry about them getting married. But she's a great girl, and maybe I can get her, she might be interested in something like that she could make for like her and Shane's special Christmas or whatever. So those are some of the things I've done. But anyway, I've been busy. I kept my table up, because I was going to be using it. Every week there was something I was going to be doing. So now I can go back to working in my craft room, which won't be as much fun because I won't get as much done. But let's see, what else did I have to talk to you about? My Sunday school class Christmas party is tomorrow, so I've got that tomorrow. And I have to prepare something for that. It's like every day there's going to be something that I have to do in addition to trying to get my living room opened up so there'll be enough space for everybody next Sunday night. So at least my decorating is pretty much done. The only thing I have left to do is I have a rather large nativity set that really doesn't fit on my mantle. I used to put it on a table, and I don't have that table anymore. So I think what I'm going to do, I have a fireplace here in the living room, and it's probably not tall enough to fit on the floor by itself, but I think I'm going to put it up on a table or something and just put I've got some of that white, what do you call it? I keep wanting to say interfacing, but I don't think that's what it is. But the white stuff that it's polyester and it kind of looks a little bit like snow. I think I'll just cover something and set it up on that in front of my fireplace. But I don't want to do any of that until I get the rugs done. So that's sitting in a box waiting for me to do something with that. But, it's just little things. And I'm not a bad housekeeper, but, I'm not one of these people that goes through and cleans the house top to bottom every week. I just don't do that. I do it in spurts. And the one that gets neglected the most is my bedroom. And that I really need to clean my bedroom. But, I feel like nobody sees that but me. So what difference does it make? But anyway, I hope everyone is ready for Christmas. Or if not, pretty sure I still don't have anything for my son. I don't know what I'm going to get him. he is at I'm such a loss for him. But hopefully ideas will come with sometime in the next week, because I don't have a lot of time to get anything done. I missed my exercise class yesterday because of the class I was doing with Richard. And I had 2 this week, so I don't feel bad missing the 3rd one. But anyway, let's see. What else? I'm getting good comments from my patrons on my Patreon video, the reward video. And for any of you that are my Patreons, or my patrons on Patreon, you may have gotten some information in the last week or so that they were going to stop charging me as many fees, and they were going to start charging some of the other people, the people that are donating part of the fees. And there was a big uproar, and I mean an uproar. And so they're not going to do that. So if you got a notice saying that you were going to be charged a fee, please don't back out because of that, because they're going to figure out a different way of doing it. But they're trying to make it easier for us. We're called creators. And, it's hard, but, they need money in order to keep the website going. They've got people that have salaries and everything, so they charge their fees. Plus, they have to process all the payments. So, it's a lot. But I just want you to know that they're not going to start charging the patrons, any fees. So thank goodness, because I was about ready to just let all of you know that I wasn't going to do it anymore. It would be a big cut in my budget, but, they're working with us. So at least the company is willing to work with us and care what we think. So let's see. I've talked about I haven't talked about Facebook. I've talked about Richard. I've talked about my Etsy shop, my polymer clay video coming up on Monday. So I really don't think I have anything else. I think that's about it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Get everything done. Enjoy. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I will be back next Friday, so I will at least have a Friday frolic. If I don't get another video in, at least I'll do that. But I'll see you again next Friday with Friday Frolics, and check out my page, my YouTube page on Monday for my polymer clay video. So everyone, have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.